This is a really quick overview of what objectives and key results are and how they offer great value to organizations. Now, it's important to note that OKRs are seen by many people in different ways. If I'm an executive, I might see an OKR as a better way to execute my strategy. If I'm in human resources, I might see it as a way to replace those painful annual performance reviews with more frequent, less formal performance conversations. Maybe if I'm in sales, it helps me make sure that I'm aligned with operations and marketing. So, as I tell this story, understand that each of you might hear this differently based on where you are in the organization. The concept is pretty straightforward, and we've seen this literally since Drucker wrote his first books on management. Somehow, we should be able to take an organization's mission and vision and cascade that long-term view down to what I need to do this year, and what I need to do this year down to what I need to do this quarter, and once I've got those quarterly objectives, understand what I'd see more of or less of as we move towards them. And then based on that, what are the activities we should do day to day? So literally, we're taking this long-term view and we're breaking it down into what I need to do this year and 5 years in the future. What do I need to do this quarter? What do I need to do this day? And so it's that strategic cascade. Now, our work at Harvard told us that about 80% of organizations fail in this journey, that by the time we get down to the activities that people do day to day, they're no longer aligned to the strategy. So this mechanism of a clear drill down is super important. It causes about a 20% boost in performance, about a 30% increase in customer satisfaction. All the dials move in the right direction. And what we've learned now is that the tempo of business is faster, especially with what we've learned in the last few years, that the cadence of accountability is much faster than an annual strategy reset. And so OKRs focus on this quarterly objective and key result, OKRs. Now there's benefits to this. Most significantly is leadership manages to accurately cascade strategy down, and the organization manages to give feedback back up onto whether that strategy is executable and how they're doing day to day. Or of course, you could do it the other way. You could build strategy from the bottom up and then reflect it back down. In either way, it's this top-down, bottom-up loop that allows us to make agile organizations and learning as we go forward. Now, an OKR itself is pretty straightforward. So it's literally a verb, noun, key result, target, and date. So let's say we're working in a software call center, a support center. Someone calls up with a bug. Our objective is to increase customer productivity. And the key result is call to closure cycle time with a target of 4.5 minutes and the date in Q1. That's it, objective and key result. And obviously, you recognize these. There are many of these in your organization already. Now, what we try to do is be a little bit more precise. So not tell us what the key result is for the year, but we'll break it down by quarter. So in this case, maybe it's 4.5 minutes in Q1, 4 minutes in Q2. We get it down to 2 minutes in Q3. Some miracle happens, and then shave a bit more off in Q4. So a little bit more detail. But there's more. What we also want to do is show the cross-functional nature of work. So in this example, maybe I need support by HR to train our operators in all of our products. And this is the plan for the year. And then finally, we're going to program the telephone switch so that when people phone up, they will get routed to an operator who's trained and certified in the products that they know that they own. So in this case, it's the fact that we're launching that call routing in Q3 with this critical mass of training that made this miracle happen. So the OKRs show us what the objective is, what the key results are, the cross-functional nature of work, and how it plays out across time. That's all an OKR is. And by organizing this across the organization, we obviously get better alignment, ownership, and commitment to the goals at hand. The process of building an OKR is pretty straightforward. Literally, we have to pick out that North Star, find out what is the overall organization strategy and priorities. From there, we need to do an accurate cascade down to each department to understand what they do to contribute to success. Then it's a matter of putting it into that format of objectives, key results, quarterly objectives, and even who do we need support from in order to make that happen. Finally, we need to put that into a system of record so that everyone in the organization can see how they are doing, how their team's doing, how their department's doing, how the organization's doing in total. And then modify how we run the business to begin running the business based on these facts and data and aligned teams working towards cross-functional and aligned goals. So hopefully that was useful to you to give you a quick overview of OKRs. Thanks for your time.